Hello and welcome to this AutoPIPE training course for stress isometric creation using a workbook example in AutoPIPE. From within AutoPIPE, I will navigate to the dataset and I'll open the model called stress isometric example. If the review consistency check warning message pops up, simply click No. From this model, we will create a stress isometric. In order to do so, we do need to create the results by running an analysis, which will make the results available for the data tables in the stress isometric. So from the Analysis ribbon tab, under the Analyze grouping, select Static to run through the analysis. In this class particularly, we won't be looking into the results. We're going to go straight to producing the stress isometric. So from the File ribbon tab, under the Isometric grouping, select Save Stress Isometric. The Save Stress Isometric dialog pops up. This is where we can select the type of isometric we want to save. We will use the default .dgn with the default name, which matches the model name, and click Save. This opens the AutoPIPE Isometrics Manager Options dialog, where we can pick and choose what we would like to include on our stress isometric. So starting with the Plot tab, in the General section, I will check on line number. In the Data Table section, I'll uncheck all data on separate sheet. We're going to have the contextual data table with the drawing. In the Pipe section, I'll leave identifier checked, unchecked diameter, and also uncheck schedule. Remember that what we're selecting here is arbitrary, just for example purposes. From the Flange and Valve section, I'll uncheck the flange tag and valve tag. And from the Points section, I'll uncheck annotation and bend information. From the Supports section, I'm only going to leave support location checked on. So I'll uncheck support tag and support attachment ID. On the right side of this tab where it says draw boxes, we'll leave anything open for checking checked on so that boxes are drawn around all of our options. Next, we will select the Context Tables tab. We'll leave everything as default on this tab, making sure everything is checked on. From the bottom of this dialog, let's select Settings. In the AutoPIPE Isometrics Manager Settings dialog on the General tab, I'll select the drawing size as ANSI B paper size 11 by 17 and the ISO viewer as OpenPlant Isometrics Manager. This will open OpenPlant automatically once we create the stress isometric. Otherwise, you can always open the drawing in OpenPlant or MicroStation separately. On the Overflow tab, I'll select Overwrite Existing File. On the Dimensioning and Text tab, I'll leave the Style as default. Under View Dimensions 4, I'll check on Support. And everything else I'll leave as default. So with this, I'll click OK in the AutoPIPE Isometrics Manager Settings dialog. And I'll also click OK in the AutoPIPE Isometrics Manager Options dialog. The next thing that pops up is the Data Editor, which displays all the text that will be printed on the stress isometric. So here you have the option to modify this text before it's actually plotted to the isometric. We'll accept this by clicking OK. As this isometric is being generated, we see the utility is running. And when the isometric is complete, the DGN file is generated. And we can click OK. And because we selected OpenPlant Isometrics Manager as our ISO viewer, it automatically opens the drawing that was created.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.